up, you guys? It's your good sis. Oh, my bad. Y'all niece was driving my car yesterday, and she be messing with my controls, and now it's all out of whack. Alright, what's up, guys? It's your good sis. And let's talk about how trauma-based mind control has made its way into every day. The way it crept up into every day. I did a little thing on, I did a video on mind control, MK Ultra, and I did a video on MK Ultra and mind control and stuff like that on my video. I mean, on my channel. It was actually part of the Puffy. I'm sorry. It was actually a part of the whole Puffy situation. And in the first half, I spoke about trauma-based mind control, MK Ultra, the history of it, and how it was implemented, and how, you know, Cassie could be a victim of beta kitten programming. So MK Ultra, if you go look at that video first, that'll be nice. However, their overall, the thing they wanted to do is they wanted to be able to create a society that was easily sustainable, easily manipulated, and easily controlled. They wanted a controllable society. It wasn't about one or two people per se. It's genuinely and literally about having a whole controllable society. Hence the Agenda 2030 for Sustainable Development, where, you know, their whole point is to have a sustainable development, a development that you can sustain and control by controlling natural resources. Natural resources. You're not supposed to control natural resources. However, it is really wild to me how people can talk about controlling natural resources like we're not natural resources. We are natural resources. So when will the line start to blur? Well, it already has. Let's talk about it. Using trauma-based mind control to control the masses. If you didn't know this, I'm letting you know this now. All of our television programming, social medias, and all that is controlled by a very few who are all part of a family or friends with the family. The families that we know about, the ones that are named, they're the face. They're not necessarily the whole power. It's the people that walk with us down the street, go to the store. You'll see them in Aldi's. Well, you don't see them in Aldi's, but you could. If you were to see them in Aldi's, you wouldn't know they were filthy fucking rich. Where I live, there are people that walk around down, you know, and just, you would never know, but they are filthy fucking rich. Old money. Scary old money. And so at the very tippity top, those people don't even live in the United States. They don't live in the places that we know. We just know of a few islands because they have been popularized. But you guys got to understand, the people that we do know, they don't have summer homes. They have summer islands. They have whole islands that they gift to their children. Okay? They have that. So just imagine if the names of the people that we know, they have islands, you know what I'm saying? Like we have cups in the cupboard. So imagine the people that fund them, what they gift their children. And also imagine if you have everything that you could ever possibly want, what do you even, like, what left is there else to do but to play with people? And that's what they do. There is no laws at the top because the laws are not made for them. The laws are made for us, to keep us at a certain place, in our place, at a certain point, at us, just to keep us where we are at, or even lower. And that's done by y'all might not want to hear this, but that's done by control, magic, and other means. However, on the surface, I'm gonna tell you, on the surface, is done with 3 areas, and all 3 of these are city-states. Okay, you got Washington D.C., and that's where the militia is from. Paris, France, and that is where the money is, and the Vatican, and that is where the religion is based. Now we're going into a new world order. This is I'm just follow with me. We're going into a new world order. So what they're going to have to do is that those 3 systems right there are going to have to either crumble or merge, because we're no longer working systematically. We're no longer working on a system base. It's going to now be a worldwide, international thing that we're going to have to do. The United States was never a country. The United States was like the home base of everything. So one thing I can say about the United States is we are a mess. And because the Washington D.C. is the home of the militia, the military, and that is based in the United States, we have a lot of freaking veterans, a lot of trained people that are trained to go TTG. And that is one of the reasons why they're going to outsource the military when it's time to put the United States in their place. Or they're going to do like, in the movie, and just let us fend for ourselves and kill each other off while they're somewhere else. No church in the wild, y'all. No church in the wild. I love that song. What's a guy in a mob? What's a mob to a king? What's a king to a god? What's a god to a non-believer that don't believe in anything? Make it out alive. I ride. No church in the wild. Tears on the Coliseum floor. No, tears on the mausoleum floor. Blood stained the Coliseum door. Lies on the lips of the priest. Thanksgiving disguised as a feast. Alright, so where was I at? I love like Easter eggs. And you know what's crazy is they tell us stuff because they're like, oh, they're too dumb to actually put it together. But the way my mind works, let me tell you how your good sis mind works real quick. Yes, I do have ADHD, but however, it's a gift and a curse. Because what I can do is I can look at a whole lot of unrelated situations and find the relationships in them and paint an actual picture. I can look at fragmented information and I can put it into a whole story. I can see the connection. I can see the connection in our different religions as well as mythology. I can see the connection in religions, spirituality, and medicine, as well as science. Oh my God, y'all! I can see the different pieces of the story that I could take out of the the myth, the mythology. You know, I get tongue tied. My brain works faster than my mouth sometimes. Sometimes. But look, shut up. Stop being nasty. I can take pieces from, you know, different stories or different situations, and I can see the whole picture. And so when it comes to data and information, that's why I'm good at what I do when it comes to, you know, just this type of stuff, as well as mental health. Oh, I love mental health. I love the brain. I love, because you guys don't know what, like, our brain is capable of so much stuff. You just don't know. And I do believe that what we perceive, we project. It's a lot. Oh, every time it's a lot. So, all right, let's get back. Y'all know I be getting off a topic sometimes. Just roll with your good sis. All right, so their whole thing was to make a society where as though they can control it. You know, they didn't have to deal with the rebels and people like myself that could see through bull crap, that's willing to ask questions. Because I ask questions, y'all. I be asking questions and all of that stuff. I want to know. And if I see something that doesn't seem right, I'm going to say something about it. I was like that in school. Look, I stayed in trouble, but I was smart though. I was one of them smart asses. I was a smart ass, y'all. And my teacher used to call my mother and be like, you gotta talk to her because the kids, they listen to her. I never forget. She gonna come in there, and I don't know why she did this. She gonna tell us her leg was wooden. Why would you tell me that? You know my... So I'm gonna ask her if her leg get termites. I just wanted to know. It wasn't even trying to be funny. Like how would you even handle that? Like do you take it back to the doctor? I got in trouble. She called my mother. You know, I got in trouble, y'all. I did. You know. And I didn't like her since then, because that was a legitimate question on my behalf. I wasn't trying to be funny. I promise you I wasn't trying to be funny. I was really asking a legitimate question about her leg health and safety, because I was worried. Yeah, more concerned. And so the answer is no. It didn't get termites. I think it was more plastic than wood. I digress. So yeah, they don't want people that's going to ask questions like myself. You know, and poke and prod. And it's already into our heads. I was thinking about this earlier today when I was thinking, like, what kind of video can I do? Like, what can I talk about? What can I do? And I was thinking about how, if you guys think about it, if it's somebody that you don't like a coworker, somebody, you know, more on your level, you feel comfortable disliking that person, talking shit about that person. And, you know, some messed up ass practitioners, they might even, you know, cast a charm or a spell on that person, you know what I'm saying, to try to you know, make it so they don't have to deal with them or so have you. However, if somebody were to have the same feelings about somebody in charge, like somebody with some amount of authority, somewhere in our cognitive, in our you know, brain, we have a switch to tell us that we're not allowed to genuinely dislike or want to cause bodily harm to somebody. And I believe that a lot of this was done as a not just a way to wear us down mentally, but also spiritually. Y'all remember in my Thanksgiving, what I was talking about Thanksgiving, and I told everybody that slavery and Thanksgiving was the same people. It wasn't two different people. You didn't have the Indians and then the blacks from Africa. Those weren't two different people. You know what I'm saying? The natives on this land were of a darker complexion. Okay, they were of a darker hue. They weren't Caucasian. And so I don't believe that it was easy for them to overcome the natives. I don't at all. Because the natives also had the luck of the land. They knew the land. And it's wild and it's weird to me how people don't think about that. Like, well, how you bring somebody from a whole different climate and they know how to tend the land, till the land, and deal with the land. That was crazy. That was wild. That's weird. So no, I do believe those were the same people. They took them from, and the thing what I believe that they did was they scattered them. Like, if they were from the South, they took them somewhere else, or they took them this place. They only kept the ones that obeyed. The ones that didn't obey, they killed. And they killed a lot. They killed a lot. I do. And not only that, but they was also taking people from South America. They was on, look, and they was taking people from North America to South America. It was a whole flip flop. They was cutting the hell up. You hear me? They was cutting up. And so it was a lot. But however, you know, I don't believe that though that every black person here is from Africa. No. I do believe that we all have some roots, because I believe that this whole place was one. This was a one whole island. Okay, so trauma pays mind control. I remember back when not the Unabomber, what's the other dude? Malvo, when he was the Maryland, the DC sniper. It wasn't in DC. It was in my area, okay? It was in my area that happened. And I remember when he was going up and down Georgia Avenue. If you from the DMV, you know Georgia Avenue. If you my age, you remember that back in the day. Okay? And I remember when he was going up and down Georgia Avenue. And I remember up there, it was a Leisure World, I think it was, near Leisure World. One of the bodies was sitting on a bench. And it was live. This is the first time I noticed that they did some shit like this. It was live. And she was under a sheet. And the sheets blew up. And you saw her dead under the sheet. Trigger warning. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. Trigger warning. I'm so sorry if I triggered anybody. I apologize. That was traumatizing for me, because I wasn't too young, but I was younger. And you know, that was the first time I saw a real unalived person on TV. Okay, fast forward to 9/11. 9/11 was it was so traumatic. I don't care what you say. If you are an American, 9/11 traumatized you. Because we had to watch them people jump. And the camera would follow them. And then you would hear boom, boom. And at first we didn't know what, and then when they realized what that, it was traumatic. Now, trauma-based mind control. 9/11 was the first time a lot of people was exposed to